Here's the thing about catalytic converters on the GMC Acadia. They matter a lot more than most people realize, both in how your car runs and how much you shell out if something goes wrong. This isn't just that thing in the exhaust. You start noticing trouble when, strangely enough, your engine light turns on and you can't remember hitting any weird potholes or running cheap gas. The car feels sluggish off the line, maybe throwing in a few hiccups when you accelerate past 45. Classic converter drama. What does a catalytic converter do? It takes your exhaust and makes it less evil, converts smoggy stuff into not-so-bad stuff. Basically, it's your vehicle's last stand against being a portable pollution cannon, especially important in cities like Portland, where air quality can get rough. The pain point is cost. A replacement for a GMC Acadia catalytic converter can easily run $1,200 to $2,000. That's just the part, not counting labor, which can slap on another $500. It's one of those repairs that totally redefines a bad day. One of the worst parts is you can't really ignore a failing converter. Mileage will tank. Think 20% lower fuel efficiency. Your emissions test, if you have one, immediately becomes a fail. For Portland folks, you'll be walking to work in the rain. If you're trying to check it yourself, grab an OBD2 scanner. Plug under the dash and look for codes like PO420. They haunt Acadia owners everywhere. If you get it, 9 times out of 10, it's either an oxygen sensor or the converter itself. I always tell people, contamination is the villain here. Burning oil, bad spark plugs, or a leaky valve gasket can all doom your catalytic converter prematurely. Fix little problems early, or you'll pay big when the converter goes belly up. A pro tip: don't just slap in a cheap aftermarket one off eBay. The Acadia's engine computer is picky, and non-OEM converters can last half as long and trigger warning lights for fun. Trust me, spending $300 now just means spending $1,500 later. If your converter does need changing, it isn't for the faint of heart. You'll want ramps, sockets, some elbow grease, and a healthy respect for rusted bolts, especially if you live in a wet climate. Most people might want to leave it to the shop. You're probably wondering about catalytic converter theft, right? Acadia's, thanks to their ground clearance and converter location, are on a lot of thieves' easy money lists. It takes only 2 minutes with a saw. For $100, you can grab a shield that deters most amateur thieves. After install, run the engine and check for exhaust leaks. A new converter, if installed right, can bring back that old pickup and will clear the engine light after a few cycles. Pro tip: use high-temp anti-seize on bolts for easier swaps in the future. So yeah, dealing with a catalytic converter on your GMC Acadia isn't fun, but knowing the pain points and shortcuts can save you thousands. Just remember, that rattling under the car isn't just a heat shield. It could be your wallet screaming in advance.